Here we have a problem on logarithm. Okay, let's go to the question. If a equals to log base 24 of 12, b equals to log base 36 of 24, and c equals to log base 48 of 36, then 1 positive a times b times c is equal to. So we have to evaluate the value of this expression, 1 positive a times b times c. Okay, now first let me evaluate this product, that is a times b times c. Let me write the stuff over here, a times b times c. For a, we know that log base 24 of 12. Let me plug in this for a. Let me write it. Log base 24 of 12. And for b, we have log base 36 of 24. Then I'm getting log base 36 of 24. And for c, we have this stuff. Let me plug in this one for c over here. Then I'm getting log base 48 of 36. Okay, whenever I want to find a product of two logarithms, so the two logarithms must meet one of the two conditions. The first condition is the argument of the first logarithm and base of the second logarithm must be equal, or the base of the first logarithm and argument of the second logarithm must be equal. Okay, now let me get the product of these two logarithms. Let me check whether the argument of this logarithm and the base of this logarithm are equal. They are not equal. Here the argument is 24, here the base is 48, they are not equal. Now let me check the second condition. That is the base of this logarithm is 36, the argument of this logarithm is 36. They are same. So now we'll be able to find the product of these two logarithms. For that, what I have to do is I have to mark a part which covers the base of the first logarithm and argument of the second logarithm. So where they are same. Now I have to mark a part which covers the base of the first logarithm and argument of the second logarithm because they are equal. Now in the resulting step, what I have to do is I have to remove the part I marked and I have to write the rest. Okay, now let me write the rest of the stuff. That is a times b times c equals to, we have to write this logarithm as it is. That is log base 24 of 12 times. Here we have to write log, and here we have argument 24 and base 48. Which we have to remove this part I marked. Then I am getting log base 48 of 24. Okay, now I have to get the product of these two logarithms. Again, the same condition. So the argument of the first logarithm and the base of the second logarithm must be same, but here they are not same. Now I have to check the second condition. The base of the first logarithm and the argument of the second logarithm must be same. Here they are same. So now we have to mark a part which includes the base of the first logarithm and the argument of the second logarithm. Now we have to remove this part and we have to write the rest of the stuff. Then I'm getting a, b, c equals to log, here the argument is 12 and the base is 48. That is log base 48 of 12. Okay, now I got the stuff that is equal to a times b times c. Now to this a times b times c, I have to add 1 because our aim is to find the stuff that is equal to 1 positive a times b times c. Okay, let me erase this stuff and continue the problem. Now let me evaluate the expression over here. That is 1 positive a times b times c. Okay, here 1 positive. Already I got the stuff that is equal to a times b times c. That is log base 48 of 12. Okay, now I cannot add the number 1 and a logarithm. If I want to add these two quantities, either both of them must be numbers or both of them must be logarithms. But here I cannot convert this logarithm to a number easily. So, but I can convert this number 1 to the logarithm. So, how can I convert this 1 to logarithm? I can write log base 48 of 48 positive. I write this logarithm as it is, that log base 48 of 12. Okay, here instead of 1, I have written log base 48 of 48. Because in any logarithm, if the argument and base are same, the value of such logarithm is 1. So the value of this logarithm is equal to 1. And also here we have a question. So why do I have to write this 1 as a logarithm in terms of the base 48 and argument 48? Because the second logarithm has base 48. So if I write this 1 in terms of logarithm with base 48, I'll be able to combine these two logarithms easily. So how can I combine these two logarithms? Whenever we add two logarithms with the same base, what we have to do is we have to take logarithm once with the base, what we have for both the logarithms, and also I have to multiply the two arguments, that is of 48 times 12. Okay, now I can multiply them. So log base 48. When I multiply this 48 and 12, I am getting 576. Now I got the result of this expression 1 positive ABC in terms of logarithm, that is log base 48 of 576. Okay, when I go over the answer choices, in each answer choice I have a multiple of 2. Here we have 2, here we have 2AB, here we have 2AC, here we have 2BC. So we have to get this result also as a multiple of 2. How can I get this result as a multiple of 2? For that, we should be trying to write this 576 as a square. So how can we write this 576 as a square? So for that, what I have to do is I have to find square root of this 576. When I find square root of 576, I am getting 24. That is, when I square 24, that is equal to 576. So instead of 576, I can write this one as 24 raised to the power of 2. That is 24 square. Okay, now using the power rule of logarithm, I can move this exponent to in front of the logarithm. Because whenever the argument of a logarithm is a power, what we can do is we can move the exponent, the argument in front of the logarithm. Then I'm getting 2 times log base 48 of 24. Okay, now I got the result of this expression 1 positive a, b, c as a multiple of 2. But still the picture is not clear, because here we don't find logarithm in the given answer choices, but still our result is in logarithm. That is 2 times log base 48 of 24. Okay, now we have to check whether this one can be equal to the stuff we have in answer choice A. That is this 2 times log base 48 of 24 can be equal to 2 in answer choice A. If I want this one to be equal to 2, the value of this logarithm has to be 1. So that when I multiply this 1 by 2, I am getting 2. So then the value I have in answer choice A can be correct. But is it possible to have value 1 for this logarithm? No, it's not possible, because if I want a logarithm to be equal to 1, the base and the argument must be same, so that the value of such logarithm can be 1. But in this logarithm, the base and the argument are not equal, so the value of this logarithm is not equal to 1. Since it is not equal to 1, so the result we got over here cannot be 2, so we can reject answer choice A. Okay, now we have to check whether the result what we got over here can be equal to 2ab that we have in answer choice B. For that, we have to evaluate this 2 times A times B. So when I get this result for 2ab, exactly what we got over here, then we can say this 2ab is the stuff that is equal to this expression 1 positive 8bc. Okay, now let me evaluate this 2 times A times B. Let me write it 2 times A times B. We can write this 2 as it is. And for A, we know that log base 24 of 12. Let me plug in that log base 24 of 12 times for B, we have log base 36 of 24. Let me write it as 36 of 24. Here, the base of the first logarithm and the argument of the second logarithm are equal. Now we can mark the part as we did earlier. So now we can remove this part. Then I'm getting 2 times log base 36 of 12. Log base 36 of 12. Okay, when I evaluate this expression 2ab, this is the result I'm getting. But this result is not equal to the result of what we already got for 1 positive ABC. So this 2AB cannot be equal to this expression 1 positive ABC. So we can reject answer choice B. Okay, now let me check whether answer choice C can be correct. For that, we have to evaluate 2AC as we did for 2AB. Let me write 2 times A times C. We can write 2 as it is. And for A, we can plug in, that is log base 24 of 12 times for C, we have log base 48 of 36. Okay, here I will not be able to simplify the product of these two logarithms, because so here the argument of the first logarithm and base of the second logarithm are not equal, and also the second condition, that is the base of the first logarithm and argument of the second logarithm, so they are also not equal. So these two logarithms do not meet both the conditions that I explained earlier. So since these two logarithms do not meet the two conditions I said earlier, one of the two conditions I said earlier, so we'll not be able to simplify the product of these two logarithms. Since we'll not be able to simplify, clearly the stuff what we have over here is not equal to the result what we got for this expression. So we can reject answer choice C as well. Okay, now let me check the last answer choice, that is D. That is 2 times B times C. Let me write 2. And for B, we can plug in this logarithm, that is log base 36 of 24. Times for C, we have log base of 48 of 36. So here the base of the first logarithm and the argument of the second logarithm are equal. Now we can mark the part that has to be removed. Okay, now I can remove the part I marked, then I'm getting 2 times log. So here we have base 48 and of 24. Okay, so when I evaluate this expression 2 times B times C, so this is a result I'm getting. So this is exactly the same what we got for this expression. So clearly 2BC is the stuff that is equal to 1 positive A times B times C. So the correct answer choice for this question is D, that is 2 times B times C.